De Angelis is one of the most popular experts and speakers in the field of personal transformation around the world. For more than 3 decades, she has motivated millions of people worldwide through her TV and radio shows, as well as countless sold-out seminars. The New York Times bestselling author and motivational speaker has just released her latest book called Soul Shifts, encouraging spiritual and practical transformation in your life from the inside out. Please welcome Dr. Barbara De Angelis. I'm so happy to meet you.
I'm so happy to meet you.
Thank you for being here. And this is, I think, such a good time in the springtime to sort of re-examine things. So tell me about the inspiration for this new book. What do you want people to come away with?
You know, I've written 14 books before this, all about our relationship with each other and with life.
Right.
But I think we're in a time of so much stress and challenge. Everybody watching has probably, in the last year, gone through something they didn't expect to happen. And what happens when we do that is we try to manage everything on the outside. I call it playing emotional whack-a-mole, where we're trying to whack down this issue, then we whack down these feelings. And the problem with that is we try to manage our life. We actually end up feeling out of control. Transformation, real transformation, has to do with shifting from the inside out, because we can't really control what's happening on the outside. This is what I've taught for decades, and I wanted to create a handbook for people so they could understand it and not have it be all woo-woo and out of their understanding.
I'm so glad, because sometimes these things are so abstract, I'm not really sure how to apply them, but these are very practical tips, and let's talk about some of them. You say set soul goals, not just external goals. So what does that mean? Each
day we wake up and we say, I want to do this, get this done, get this contract. So many of those things are not in our control. Soul goals means things that we can shift from the inside out. Today, I'm going to be more compassionate with myself when I do make a mistake. Today, I'm going to try to be more patient with someone, or I'm going to see what is working and what's not. This allows us to actually achieve those instead of feeling each day that we're successful or not, depending upon things that we really can't control.
Which is crazy making, right?
It's crazy making, but we do it. And probably by 11 o'clock, well, here it is, probably already people feel that they are not successful today because they didn't get something done, they didn't get the kids off correctly. Those are ways we set ourselves up for failure.
That is such an interesting thought. So when you're stressed out, you should be asking yourself, what am I choosing in this moment?
This is one of my great soul shift recalibration techniques. If you're stressed, you're anxious, you're angry, stop, and instead of saying, what am I choosing in this moment? In other words, you're choosing to blame, or you're choosing to feel guilty. You're actually making a choice. Those emotions didn't just come from somewhere. Then ask, what's a more enlightened choice I could make in this moment? Maybe it's taking a minute. Maybe it's shifting what you're saying. Maybe it's listening more. The thought, what am I choosing, makes us responsible. What's a more enlightened choice raises us up to our highest. And we all have a highest, but we drift from it and we think it's just automatic. It's not. We can shift ourselves back quickly, and that's what a soul shift is.
And that's so important when I hear people say, for example, something made me mad or whatever. Well, it didn't.
And you didn't, it's not, there's no such thing as a day that's a bad day. It's a day where things happen, but we make internal choices about how we deal with those things. And you can shift those choices, and it takes a minute or two.
That's amazing. Okay, you say we can take a 2-minute pilgrimage, so I don't have to be like the, you know, eat, pray, love lady and take a year off and go around the world.
People say, wouldn't it be great if I could go for a year? Wouldn't it be great if I could visit all the cathedrals in Europe? Or go, you know, hiking for 2 months? But we can't. We can take a 2-minute pilgrimage, set up a place in your house where it has sacred objects, a Bible, pictures, or it could be a tree outside. Don't just go, hello. Actually go and make it a pilgrimage. Go, honor, ask for answers, ask for blessings for the day, thank the place, and then leave. A 2-minute pilgrimage really shifts you. It could be pictures of relatives, candles, but don't do it casually. You have to do it with formality and with respect. What it does is it raises you to your highest. Then you walk out and you're vibrating in a higher way for the rest of the day.
I just love that idea. You also ask us to cultivate expansion and eliminate contraction.
This is a huge part of the book. I can't explain it all, but everything, everyone, and every thought expands us or contracts us. Everyone at home can think of somebody right now and you go, or somebody else. Everything in life is about vibration. So make a list. Who expands me? What expands me? What food? What things? This program expands you. Who contracts me? And then start noticing you don't just feel bad or just feel good.
That's, you know, to me that is so interesting, because there are many things that I have thought I had to do, even though they felt very constricting.
Yes.
And you really can make different choices around those if you're conscious, because I was very much a should do, and I'm a little less so now.
And most of us are. Instead we think, how do I get approval? I tell people to think, how am I vibrating? What is something, how is it affecting me? As opposed to good or bad. It's really what is creating expansion at our highest, what brings us to our not so highest.
That's such a wonderful thought. And at the end of the day, recognize and honor your soul accomplishments.
This is one of the most important things. Each of us every day usually evaluates ourselves on how much we get done, how much money we have, what possessions, how our kids are doing. The most important things in life are really what I call soul accomplishments, the things that no one and nothing can take away from you, that actually stay with us. Did I have more love for myself today? Did I think about somebody and reach out even though I really didn't want to? Your soul accomplishments polish you. That's actually our real legacy, not the money we leave. It's the vibrational blessing we offer the world every day. Everyone today is going to have some soul accomplishments if you ask yourself that, as opposed to, did I close a deal? Did I clean the car? You may or may not do those things, but you can make soul accomplishments and you can make soul shifts every single day.
That's beautiful, and it's different from gratitude, correct?
It's completely different from gratitude. Gratitude is, I'm grateful that the food's on my table. I'm grateful that it's not going to rain tomorrow in Seattle. You know, I used to live here, by the way. Gratitude is not about seeing how we're shifting. We all have a highest, and we all have our not so highest, and everything in between. It's not just an accident that one day we get to our highest or most sacred or most loving self. We can shift into it, but not by telling ourselves to, by understanding the things that will create natural soul shifts inside.
I really love you. I just think you're
I
wonderful.
love you.
That mindfulness.
You're all lucky to have her in Seattle.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. But that mindfulness and that sense of mastery over yourself is such a peaceful thing. And sometimes we never earn it in our lives or never get a chance to experience it. And you really, I think, help with those ideas.
I try,
more
but
than
it's
you
also
know.
practical spirituality. We all know we should this, we read things, we go to church, whatever it is. How do you integrate it when you leave the church or when you leave your yoga class? That's what Soul Shifts is about, and that's why the book has been doing so well, and I'm so grateful that you had me here to talk in my old hometown.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Dr. Angelis signs her new book at East West Bookshop in Seattle this afternoon at 1:30. We've posted details online with links to connect with Dr. Angelis via social media. And a huge bonus for our audience today, every family is taking home a copy of her new book, Soul Shifts. I think you're going to love it, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much for the book.